How's it, everybody? Clank here. We are back for another Dokkan Battle video. In today's video, we are taking on the Dragon Ball 40th anniversary fight here. This is the fight that you can access by collecting up all of the manga treasures in the Baba shop through that began handing out last week. The mission we're starting with here, right? We're gonna do all the missions here in this video. The mission we're starting with here is the World Tournament mission. I'll timestamp the different missions in the description down below. But yeah, we're running the World Tournament mission. This one's a little bit difficult. So we are running Int Yamcha as our lead because we need 6 World Tournament units, right? So we're going to run Int Yamcha as a friend lead, so we have at least a powerful unit to help us out, and then Tech World Tournament Goku as our main lead. Surprisingly, Ranfan is actually very, very helpful in this fight. Now, you'll notice we do have Fizz 18 here. It's mostly for the extra support. There weren't too many other options I could use here for support. She is not on either leader skill that we are using here, so it's a little scary, but she does have a pretty decent chance to dodge. So I literally just need her to dodge this one turn, and we're solid. And here goes the super. So nice thing about this fight is you can really plan the fight, because Goku here always supers in the last slot. So wherever the last slot of his attacks is, that's where he's gonna super. So let's go ahead and pop Yamcha's active skill. I don't imagine we're gonna make it back to this turn, right? It's actually not that bad, but yeah, let's grab that, and then we'll grab that, and then Int Chiaotzu will do his thing. Perfect. Okay, so we got the dodge with Yamcha, and now we're just gonna let him lay into Goku here. Be nice if we got some dodges there, but you know what? That's fine. Yeah, so I mean, ideally Yamcha is the main hitter here, just simply because, right, he has already easy aid, so he can deal quite a bit of damage. And Goku does do Ki Blast Supers, so you'll see on the next rotation, right, we will have both STR Tien and World Tournament Goku. Both of them can counter the Ki Blast Supers, so you know, you could very well just throw one of them. Like, if you were truly concerned, you could throw one of them in front of the supers, but unfortunately with the setup we had here, that's just not an option. And then there we go, we got our God Krillin turn. Love it. There we go. Perfect. And then there goes the super, and Chiaotzu gets the dodge. Perfect. So, okay, so actually we might make it back to that Yamcha turn, but let's go ahead and let's just, I mean, it is his first appearance. Let's just go ahead and let's just drop the Kikoho here. Nice. No crit, of course. And then, yeah, let's just do that. We'll pop him in a slot 1. At least we'll get some damage off. Ranfan, hopefully she dodges there at the end. Now, the thing about Goku is that he gets stronger every single turn. So he can end up becoming very, very dangerous very quickly if you're not paying attention to what he's doing. There we go. Okay. So I'm a little worried here about Goku. He might be alright, actually, his defense here, post-super. Because we also did a little bit of attack lowering, right? Like, the Goku can be attack and defense lower, so that's helpful. But again, okay, there we go. He's good, yeah. So, but again, right, like, he gets much, much stronger, I think 40% each turn, as well as once you drop him below 40, he also gets another 40% attack, 40% attack, right? So like, this super is actually gonna, if it had connected, would actually be really powerful. And see, now I'm mad that I wasted Yamcha's active skill, because it actually would have been much stronger this turn. I didn't think we were actually gonna come back to this, come back to this turn, so that sucks. Yeah. Yeah, but the nice thing is on turn 4, so like this turn right here, he loses, I think... Oh, no, he doesn't. Okay, no, I was gonna say, I think he gets weaker this turn, but no, I think actually, defensively, but no, I think it's the opposite. I think he actually gets stronger this turn, adding... I think he gets extra defense. There we go. Perfect. All right, so round 1 down. World Tournament mission finished. This was obviously... I feel like this one and the Saiyan Saga are probably the hardest, just because, right, we don't really have a good World Tournament lead, and you need 6 characters on the team, and I think that's what makes it tough, right? Like, I guess you could run a more Earthling-centered team and utilize Tien as your lead, but, I mean, this works out, right? You don't need anything crazy. Yamcha did most of the work, so we're going to pause the video. We're going to come back with the Saiyan Saga mission. Alrighty, so we are loaded up here with our Saiyan Saga team. We're actually running double Yamcha as the lead here, since he does lead both Earthbred Fighters and Saiyan Saga. That'll make him very, very helpful. And I think his... yeah. I think that'll do. And yeah, because his secondary leader skill is Turtle School, so that'll be very... that'll cover most of the Gokus that we're going to run on this team. So we're also doing a secondary mission with the Saiyan Saga one, right? There is a mission that does require us to use the AGL Goku, the 40th anniversary manga one. He is on the Saiyan Saga team, so I do recommend using him here. Now, the only thing is, he's going to have, like, none of his passive, so the trick to getting this one down is just to make sure that you time it, right? So reset if you have to, so you get him either on the turn that you're going to activate the giant form for Vegeta here, or you get it on the turn that you know you're going to revive. So since we got Gohan and Piccolo here on this turn, right, we know that we'll be able to intentionally proc the giant form in the next turn, and then Goku will be protected, right? Because he should be fine post super, especially with his dodge, but his issue is going to be obviously dealing with anything, any supers and whatnot. But again, Goku is programmed as super slot 3, so it might not be such a big issue. Here we go. Yeah, just let our Yamchas do their job, laying into him here. Perfect. All right, and then there goes super. Hopefully Yamcha dodges it for us. There we go. Excellent. All right, perfect. And now we should be able to, because of our HP, we can proc Tech Vegeta's giant form here, and his giant form is actually pretty powerful, especially since, right, we do have Vegeta's active, or not his active, his entrance animation active here, because we are fighting a Goku enemy. So we're gonna have that active. So Vegeta's actually really good for this fight due to type advantage and due to the fact this is actually a Goku that can proc his his entrance animation. So hopefully we can do enough damage to take down Goku between giant form and Vegeta's attacks. We don't have to worry about the supers, or not supers, but attacks on the AGL Goku, but we'll see what happens. There we go. Look at that. Additional. Yes. Okay. Nope. Never mind. It's normal. Okay. So we actually did a pretty decent amount here, offensively. Perfect. All right. And then now he goes back to normal. Yeah, so Saiyan Saga team down here. Let's see, let's grab that. Perfect. And then we'll grab the Fizz Spheres. There you go. Nice. And then we'll grab that with AGL Goku. So nothing crazy here. Between Vegeta and Fizz Goku, we should be able to do the trick here. There we go. 22 million on the Vegeta. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, man. If that was a super, that would have done it. Okay. Well, hopefully Fizz Goku can finish up here. Ooh, 7 million. Yeah, that's right. He's got to get hit first. And it is enough. Perfect. All right, Saiyan Saga mission down, to include the mission with the AGL manga Goku, that 48th anniversary Goku, right? Since he is on the Saiyan Saga team, this is the easiest way to do it. I mean, you could go out of your way to build a separate team, but we're working smarter, not harder. So we figured just stick him on the team and ensure that he's in a safe spot. Best thing to do for that one is, of course, just drop him and make sure you get him on a turn where, like we did here, giant form or revive with the Gohan and Piccolo. Easiest way to do it. But this is our Saiyan Saga team. Yamcha, Kaioken Goku, the Fizz version Z Goku, Gohan and Piccolo, the manga Goku, and then Vegeta. That's more than enough to handle this fight. So we're going to pause, and we're going to come right back with the Planet Namek Saga. Alrighty, so we are loaded up with Planet Namek Saga. We are actually running double AGL Ginyu. I feel like this is the easiest way to do it, just because the Ginyu guys actually do support each other very well, and since they've already EZA, they make them easy options for this. The double Vegeta, I had tried, but I had actually kept running into problems with dealing with that third slot super. There just weren't enough characters on his. I mean, it's a similar enough team, but had tough time dealing with some of the supers in the third slot. So I feel like with the Ginyu, it's a little bit easier because Ginyu can actually tank the super in the third slot. Like Goku's super doesn't start as anything crazy. I think it seems it's hard to tell because they haven't posted the stats for it, but I don't think on turn 1 it's anything greater than 2 million. It is strong and it definitely takes down some of these older units on these teams, but for the modern teams, it's probably no more than 2 million. And like really where you have to worry about it is once you get to like turn 4 and 5. But like here, right, we have dodge with Jason Birder, and then there we go. And then, of course, the AGL Vegeta, he does have that 50% chance to dodge. So at least we got that going. Yeah, I mean, there. Look at that. We've got nearly a little over a quarter of his health down. And it is only turn 1. Now, hopefully Jason Birder dodge here. There we go. Nice. All right, and now our secondary rotation. Now, the hard part I found about this is AGL Frieza would be really good for this, since this is a Goku enemy, but there's literally no one you can bring to use Big Bad Bosses, unless you have the Int Frieza from the manga characters. So I tried not to use any of the manga characters in this, because I know not everybody summoned for them, but Int Frieza would actually help out AGL Frieza a lot for this fight. But since we don't have that, we just gotta kind of rock him as is. Which she still does alright, even without Big Bad Bosses active. There we go. Let me get this on the Vegeta. Yeah, so as you're going to see here, right, AGL Ginyu will actually be able to tank the super here at the end. So this is having 2 Ginyus ended up being far more helpful for the team setup here than having 2 AGL Vegetas, despite AGL Vegeta being a newer unit. Excellent. All right. And then now here comes Ginyu. So pretty sure we're going to finish on the next turn, the turn 3. Yep, there we go. Oh, look at that. We got that extra super. Perfect. Okay. And here comes the super and 500k. Nice. So even though it's turn 2, Ginyu is able to live the super, and now we can let Raccoon and Goldo do their thing, and then AGL Vegeta will slide him off. But I'm pretty sure between Raccoon and Goldo and AGL Ginyu, this will in fact finish the fight. There we go. One more. Okay, what is with these normals today? Okay, it's up to you, Ginyu. It was that crit, and there he goes. Excellent. So, Planet Namek Saga down. Definitely, I think this and the next one that I'm going to show you guys. Well, actually, no. Andrew's Hell Saga is not that bad. I think the next one, I think it's pretty much just this and the Saiyan Saga one that are tough. The rest of them are pretty easy cakewalk. So we're gonna pause the video. We're gonna come back in the Android Cell Saga stage. Alrighty, so we are loaded up here, back with the Android Cell Saga. We are running the STR Cell as our lead. He's definitely the better option. I did try this under double STR Goku and Gohan, because it's pretty much the only other option, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of tough. There's just so many factors on that team, right? There aren't enough slot 1s, and there ain't nobody to tank the slot 3 super. So this team at least gives us an options. Like here, right, we can literally just force the revive on our STR cell, so we can get not only a free turn, right, we can get him nice and buffed up. All right, and then of course we can bring the tech androids here who are on Cell's leader skill for worldwide chaos, and yeah, let's do that. And once again, another free turn. So you can grab that with AGL Cell. Grab, yeah. Okay, let's take that with STR, Goku, and Gohan. And then we'll just float off the androids. They're not going to do any damage anyways, so there we go. Beautiful. Nice. All right. Now we just need STR, Goku, and Gohan to dodge here. Well, actually, we don't need him to dodge, right? There are no attacks. Silly me. I'm so used to doing that because literally, like, all before this, I was running the STR Goku and Gohan's team, and it's just like, please dodge, please dodge, please dodge. But actually, we don't have that concern right now because of the androids. Thank God for them. Perfect. Okay, and so now we can go ahead and 7. All right, 7 what we're gonna get. Okay, perfect. So we'll grab 7 with tech cell here. We'll grab this with STR cell, and boom, there we go. We'll grab that with Gohan. Perfect. All right, ooh, look at that. That's some good damage right there. One more. Alright, so STR cell, obviously not looking that great offensively, but, I mean, he's here mostly just for that defense, that revive, and that domain. That's the big thing with him, right? That domain we want to... There we go, we get another super with cell. Alright, nice. We do tank the normals at least, so I'm pretty sure Gohan here can live the super, but let's see here. Nice. Alright, additional? Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're just gonna pump out these additionals. I love it. Nice. And, oh, it would have been nice to get that one more. Okay, here comes the super. Pretty sure we can live it right here. After all those supers. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. That's what you want to see. And then now we get the 17 absorption. And we transform into second form cell on our AGL cell. And with the amount of HP that is currently left, I'm pretty sure AGL cell will take down Goku here. So let's actually use the defensive buff here for that cell, especially since he didn't revive. Let's grab that. There we go, perfect. And we get the dodge with AGL cell. So if he procs his 2 supers, we're solid here. Do it. There we go. One more. Yeah. Oh, that's a normal though. Dang. Okay, well then it's up to the STR cell. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty, excellent. And now Android Cell Saga is done. So all that's left now is the Majin Buu Saga. So we're going to pause the video and we're going to come back in the Majin Buu Saga fight. Android Cell Saga, pretty easy, pretty standard if you have the STR Cell. If you don't have STR Cell, just run AGL Cell as your lead. He covers the same characters, and then run STR Cell as a friend lead. So let's go ahead, let's pause, and let's come back in Majin Buu Saga. All right, so this is the final one. This is against the Goku with the hybrids team centered around Majin Buu Sag units. So this is actually going to be probably the easiest one, just because like even if you didn't have these, you could run the Tech Vegito team, and this would work just as well. But this team is probably just going to steamroll right through this, to be completely honest. I doubt we're even going to see a second turn. But let's see here. Let's grab that. Let's grab, there we go. We're going to do that number. And then that number here. There we go. And we get the additional super on the Gohan here. Very nice. And another additional for 22 million on the friend Gohan. Oh, look at that. We are just demolishing this HP. Yeah, so this is definitely the team to do to get out of this. It probably helps, too, that we've got the support from that Tech Gohan here. Look at that. 48 million. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we didn't even get past the 2 Gohans. And that's it. 2 Gohan's attack. We didn't even have to do anything else. Wow, that's impressive. All right, well, there you go. There is all the missions for the 40th anniversary special battle event. Like I said, we will timestamp each of the various missions just to make them easier to track as we go through this. But very, very, very fun event. It's a little bit challenging for some of these teams, and not to say that it's going to be majorly challenging for the best teams in the game. For the strategies we had to come up with, for the categories we had to come up with, it was actually quite fun and challenging, which I really, really do appreciate. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know what teams did you use to take down the various missions. Were there any that you particularly struggled with? Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.